movie notes on Bewitched, 2005 film, 16 November 2024 viewing. I just finished shooting this today, Saturday, 16 November 2024. I'm Tanis Coralee Leonhardi, she, her, hers of Seattle. And it's a 2005 film, and my description for this is it's a fiction film about a female witch named Isabel, who is cast in the lead female role Samantha of a television show remake of Bewitched. Yes. So I thought this one was kind of cool. I was like, I have a playlist on this channel, notes on acting and music, books and movies, and this is, I think, unique thus far in terms of it's a movie about television. I have movies about movies or like the film industry and movies about music. And there are, like, I have books about entertainers, I guess at least one comedian, music, film, but the television is a little bit different, and this is about a television show. And I was like, this is a, currently at least, a uniqueness check mark. It also has, and not a like cameo role if for people who like his talk show. It has Stephen Colbert. He even eats Panda Express in this movie. Yes. And then as I was watching, I also noticed the TV show in the movie, so Bewitched, is filmed in what appears to be, it might not be, an airplane hangar with a number 16 on it. Since today is the 16th, 1/6, I had to watch this today, didn't I? So this is my own personal copy. I bought it like when it came out. When the special edition came out, we'll put it that way. It came out with Fox. Was it Fox TV? No, it says there's a the quote on the front is, "Nicole Kidman and Will Ferrell are perfect together," unquote. Steve Oldfield, Fox TV. So there we go. It's Sony Pictures Home Entertainment for at least the DVD, and Columbia Pictures. So yeah, I've watched this a number of times. So this is my own personal copy. It's still, it's interesting because I would say in watching it, it's kind of fun to see what, watching it now, 19 years later, approximately 19 years later, what my view of like the actresses who are in the movie, have they been in other things, and how does that change, if at all, kind of my interpretation of the movie. Like, because growing up, there's a woman in here from the movie with Robin Williams, RV, about a family with an RV, and there's like another family that has an RV, and they're like a musical family, and the wife from that one is in this movie. And like, I just, so, you know, after I'd watched both of those movies, so Bewitched and RV growing up, like I would watch this one and be like, ah, she's an RV, right? So, and like, I'm watching this and I'm like, ah, she's an RV. So I'm like, some things just don't change, you know? So there we go. And then there's a Stephen Colbert in here. So there's even like a mirror in a mirror, right? There's the guy on the TV show played by Will Ferrell. He appears on a talk show, but it wasn't for Stephen Colbert, it was for Conan O'Brien. Yes, so there's like the TV in the TV. So it's just like the mirror in the mirror kind of thing. So I was like watching it and I was like, yes. So there we go. Yeah. It's still a, I think it's a, in terms of like takeaways for acting, I actually did watch this. So my sister did was in a few play productions growing up. And I was as like, you know, pirate number 5 or whatever in Pirates of Penzance. But she was like, she was like President Roosevelt and Annie. So she was like, I enjoyed high energy things, but she liked like stage. Though she stuck, I did alto saxophone in band for 2 years, and she did cello and orchestra for like over 4 years. So she was, and she did dance, like in performance dance, and I didn't actually do performance dance. I might have done dance, but I didn't do like dance performance. So she was kind of the more entertainment industry of the two, and has a track record for it. But I was like watching this one, and I was like, I will sit and analyze this movie in terms of like, what's an acting takeaway? And I was like, okay, an acting takeaway, or the acting takeaway, or like a big thing here is the person who gets cast as Samantha in Bewitched, which is a television show about a witch. So the character Isabel is a witch, and so it's like, my acting takeaway, it was back then and it is the same now as well, as it's a lesson perhaps in, even though somebody can be something, that doesn't mean the role to play is easy. So even though Isabel is a witch, doesn't mean she's like born into acting greatness to portray a witch. All right, so just because something on paper is, oh, she's a witch, she's gonna be perfect for this role. No. And this is like, is a reminder of, she can't get a guy to fall in love with her, so she has to use magic to get him to fall in love with her, you know, like, so there's like she gets kind of temperamental and feisty because she can't get her way, right? So it's kind of about growing up and maturing and like, yeah, and stuff. But I was like, but it does have the lesson of like, just because one is something doesn't mean that they are good at portraying that something. So sometimes there might be a mismatch in who's chosen to portray something, because they can do it, whereas the thing that is the thing might not be good at it. So like, people who are like, why can't I be myself in my own biopic? It's like, well, you are the person, you might not be so good at acting yourself, and that kind of thing. So there we go. Those are my movie notes on Bewitched, 2005 film, 16 November 2024 viewing.